What did you learn from the SMU game that will help your team going forward?
Well, you know, I thought we played with great effort. We did a lot of great things in the football game. SMU was a very good, well-coached football team that they've been in 2 bowl games the last 2 years, and I think they'll win Conference USA and be another major bowl.
Okay, your team in the last 2 weeks has faced arguably the best team in the country and a team that could win Conference USA. How does that experience help you as you start conference play?
Well, you know, we've had to play up and try to exceed their effort and their physicality, and I think we've done a great job of that in all 3 phases. And you know, I thought last week, you know, our guys again played very, very well. They played well 2 weeks ago against LSU. So I think, you know, having to raise your level of play to a level you didn't think you could raise it to has helped us tremendously. I think we've become a better football team because of it.
What, on the offensive side of things, what are some things that you see that need to get better going into next year?
Well, right now we have to, you know, establish our running game, and we have to sustain drives, and we got to get points on the scoreboard. And in defense of our offense, they've played 2 great defenses the last 2 weeks that are going to shut down a lot of people. So, you know, you go back 2 weeks ago to LSU, you know, with a couple minutes left in that game, Mississippi State didn't have any more yards in the fourth quarter than we did. So 2 great defenses. We'll be better because of the way we had to prepare and attack them, and you know, our offense is doing all the right things. We'll be doing a lot of great things. We'll be fine.
What challenges does Nicholls present?
Well, you know, offensively, they're going to give us a lot of multiple formations, and they do a lot of different things out of those, you know, multiple formations, multiple personnel groups, a lot of multiple plays, running game, passing game. Quentin Caston is what makes them go. He's an all-purpose quarterback. He can really run. He can throw it. He's very tough, and a guy that we think a lot of. 2 years ago, he was their wishbone quarterback as a true freshman, and really had that team playing well at the end of that year. I thought he sparked them last year, and he's a guy that, again, that we have a lot of respect for. I personally have a lot of respect for, and we'll have to contain him in this game. Defensively, they're another 3-4 team. It's our third 3-4 defense to face, which, you know, last year we went into that game not facing any. So I think that the preparation we've had to play Delta State and to play SMU is going to help us in this game offensively big time.
Okay. People would say, well, you just played LSU and SMU. Coming to play Nicholls is going to be a different level of football and a lot easier for you. What do you say?
Well, I think it's a new season. I mean, we're 0-0 right now. Nicholls is 0-0 right now, and we're playing to be 1-0. And this is the first step of the conference race. And, you know, to be 1-0, we got to beat Nicholls State, and that's our focus, and that's our goal.
Okay. Last question would be, opening the conference season on the road against a team that defeated us last year handily. How do you overcome those obstacles?
Well, I mean, our guys will be up to play. Again, the first conference game, we have a bunch of Louisiana guys on our team from Baton Rouge, Lafayette, and the New Orleans area. So they'll be excited. They're going home. That's home for them. So, you know, I think we'll have a great crowd that'll follow us down there. It's a great environment to play in because it is Nicholls State, a team that we've only beat 2 of the last 8 years. They've kind of had our number. So we have a lot of incentives going into this game, and I think our guys will step up and be excited to go. Plus, we've been a very good road team. Really, from mid-season on, we've done very well on the road. So in our conference play, so you know, a chance to go on the road, we're looking forward to it.
Beautiful. What did you learn from the game at SMU?
Well, SMU, they're a great football team. Their offense is really good at the throwing and the catching. They have a senior running back, and I mean, we just learned that defensively we got to make more tackles in space. But I think we did a lot better than the LSU game at defending the deep throw, and we did better on our run fits too.
Okay. You've played 3 games. 2 have been against teams from power conferences. One's against probably the best team in the country. How has that prepared you for the conference race?
Well, I think both of those teams gave us a big challenge. We really had to step our play up. And I think just being on the field with them, we learned a lot of stuff, a lot of how to get run fits better, how to do our coverages better, and I think that's going to really prepare us for conference play.
Okay, talk about opening up conference play. What does it mean to you and the guys?
Well, playing Nichols, I think they beat us 6 out of the last 8 times that we played. They beat us at home last year, a television game. So, I mean, we're real excited for that challenge. We're real excited to get back on the field with them, line up against them, and to try to bring home a win for that first conference game.
Okay. What's it going to take for the Demons to win?
Well, defensively, I know we're going to have to stop the quarterback. I know he's a dual threat quarterback. He can throw as well as run the ball, and their scheme really surrounds around him.
Last 2 weeks, you guys have played SMU and LSU. What have you learned in the last 2 weeks you can benefit from going forward?
We've learned that we can compete. Things might not have turned out the way we wanted them to turn out. They definitely didn't, but we did compete, at a higher level than what we're accustomed to playing in the Southern Conference, which means it springboards us with a lot of confidence going into the conference, and hopefully we can take that momentum over and run the table in conference.
Okay. Offensively, if you look at production, just in terms of yards and points, it's not been a good 2 weeks. But talk about the good things or things that you can draw from that are going to help you specifically going forward.
We actually ran the ball better this week, which is a good sign. It was real tough against LSU, obviously. They probably have the best rush defense in the country, We still stuck it up there against LSU, but our passing game didn't look too bad either. We connected a couple times downfield, which is good to see. And I'm sure things this week will open up a lot more than they have in the last 2 weeks. I'm sure they will with our run game and our pass game. So we're looking forward to getting out there.
Okay, I know you haven't seen tape of Nichols, but they did beat us convincingly last year. What kind of challenge do you expect Saturday afternoon in Thibodaux?
It's always NSU versus NSU is always a great game. They always bring it. They always have ever since I played them. We got to establish a run game on offense. That's what we mainly need to do. We need to keep the ball out of their great quarterback's hands. We need to keep it on our side as much as possible and keep our defense off the field and keep them fresh.
Has the results of the last 2 weeks shaken the team in terms of confidence any?
I almost believe the results have made us stronger as a team. A lot of people are doubting us, the naysayers here and there, and it's just going to just bring us closer knit group. And I think it's going to help us springboard us into conference.
How does that affect you, and do you understand why after the last 2 weeks some people would say, oh, man, that's not going to happen this year?
I completely understand that, but they don't understand what we go through and the teams we're playing and how good they really are and the differences between that level of football and our level of football. Hopefully we'll bring it to their attention these next couple of weeks in conference and make them understand why we plan to compete in this conference.
All right, and the conference race this season, without looking any further than you guys, how do you feel about entering the conference race and getting underway?
Oh, we feel great. The season's 0-0 right now. Everybody's even, everybody's tied up, and we're ready to go. Everybody's ready, put forth the best effort, and we're trying to run the table in conference and get a ring this year.